we are ready to rock and roll with the next group. This is going to be Chunkadust. So we have everything ready again. In here we have 50% baking soda, 25% citric acid, 2% cream of tartar, 6% cornstarch, 4% kaolin clay, 2% SLSA, 4% buttermilk powder. Our wet ingredients are 2% polysorbate, 2% coconut oil, 1% witch hazel, and 2% of the fragrance. So let's just get right to it. We're going to take our wet ingredients, pour them right in. I had to change gloves because the other one's ripped. They're usually only good for a few sessions. Then I have to switch them out. All right, let's give this a mix. Once again, same as with Kata. I've never used this recipe before. This will be my first time. I'm happy to see that they actually gave measurements of your binder, because if you're new, you have no idea. If they just say binder, well, you don't know how much or how little to use. Most people are going to like dump it in here thinking, okay, I need this to be wet like sand. And they're just going to dump, and then it's going to be too wet, and then they're going to have to add more baking soda or more, you know, SLSA or something more of a powdered ingredient. Now I can tell you, I don't like the smell of this buttermilk in here. It's fine if you use all kinds of different milk powders. They all have sugar in it, so that's something too, though. Be careful with using milk powders in your bath bombs. Definitely let your clients know, especially female clients, that they're going to be sitting in the bathtub with something that has sugar in it. All right, well, let's just see how this holds together by itself. Pretty good. All right, now let's add our citric acid. Always add this last, you guys. Literally, always add this last. You don't want your mix to activate. Buttermilk powder has a very, very strong odor to it. I don't use it. Not in bath bombs anyways. I use it in soaps all the time. And as you can see, it does give it like a yellow hue. We are not coloring this batch either, just like we did not color the other batch, but you can see there's like a yellowness to it. Now, the fragrance oil that I used did mask over, so that's good. All right, so let's just use their ribbon, their awareness ribbon. Okay, so we've got the plate, shell, plunger. Stick your plate on top of, stick your shell on top of your plate. Just a little bit, give it a shake, and again, press lightly just to get the details in. That's it. Now I can tell by this mixture, this is going to work way better than the last time. And before everybody starts coming at me, I am not dissing Kata, I'm not complaining about Kata, I am not talking bad about Kata, because I know that's what's going to happen, because that's just the nature of this industry in particular, that, you know, you say your truth and then, oh my God, they're bashing Kata, they're complaining about, no, I'm not. Kata is a great company with great products. Their recipe does not work for me. Okay, anyways, here we go. We're talking about Chunkadust now. Take our plunger, turn it upside down, stick it on top, give some pushes. But I can already tell by the feel of this mix that it's going to work better than the last mix that we just did. It's a lot stickier because of the buttermilk powder. It's stickier. All right, chaps on the outside. Taps on the top. Taps on the bottom. All right, let's try to get this plate off in one piece without messing up the bath bomb. Once again, you guys, I'm going to just keep on saying this throughout the videos. I have used every single one of these molds with my own bath bomb recipe, and I never have a problem, ever. Here we go. I have a small, slight little crack, not a big deal. Take your finger, gently tap it back down. That was not a big deal at all, that little crack. That was for me kind of jerking it up. All right, let's push up on, our fingers go underneath, thumbs on the top, and we're going to push up with the plunger. Move your fingers around if you have to. All the way up. Grab your cardboard, stick it on the top and turn the whole thing over, and then we're going to lift straight up with our plunger. Go slow so you don't screw up all those details. And there we have a beautiful awareness ribbon from Chunkadust using their mold and their recipe. And that came out beautiful. The design is beautiful. And of course, you guys, if you're going to be using color, that little yellow hue that is coming from the baking, from the buttermilk powder won't be there. All right, so there's that mold. Let's move on to the one that everybody has a problem with. I absolutely adore this mold. I use it exclusively, just all year round. All year round. Love this mold. This is the bathtub mold. It consists of a bottom piece. I'm going to call this a plunger just because of how deep and the depth of it. It is not a cup. Clearly it's not a cup. And then you have your outside shell, put that on the top, and then you have a top cup, okay? So we're going to start by putting some of our mix in here and giving it a shake. Now we're going to take our finger, we're going to start pressing all the way around this, okay? You have to do it with this mold. Also with their sled mold, which I can do that in another second too. As soon as we're done with this, we'll do that one. All right, so you just want to do that. Little shake. You can give a couple more little pokes if you want to, no big deal. A little bit of a shake. Now here's the key. You want to build up this bottom, because if you just leave it like this, I'm telling you, this is too thin right here. It's not going to be enough to keep everything intact. You have to build up that middle piece. All right, so I put a little bit more there. Give it a shake. Now I'm going to build it up even more, right in the middle. You really need quite a bit in the middle to create a nice thick bottom that is going to withstand you on molding. So take our cup, turn it over, place it on the top, and press. Okay. All right, let's give some taps around the outside shell. Taps on the top. Turn it over and taps on the bottom. All right, now we're going to gently lift this portion up. You might have to kind of give it a little bit of a wiggle and a jiggle back and forth. Okay, so now you have this hollowed out bathtub. All right, now we're going to push up on our plunger all the way up. Grab your cardboard and put it on the top, turn it over. Gently lift this straight up. Now take another piece of cardboard, because I don't like to dry mine like this. That's too stressful on these delicate edges. Take another piece, put it on the bottom of your bathtub, turn the whole thing over, and just remove the top piece. And now you have a beautiful bathtub bath bomb. Beautiful. This mold is difficult at first, but after you've used this for quite some time, even just a few times, if you do the little tips and tricks that I just provided for you in this video, you shouldn't have a problem. This is a fantastic mold. I love this mold. I use this mold all the time, as you guys have seen on my Instagram and my Facebook. I use this and put the little dolls in there, and I do the bubble frosting and the whole nine. Really great mold. Love this. But I still have some mix left, so let's do a couple other Chunkadust molds, shall we? So far, so good with their recipe. I'm not having any problems. And buttermilk is not something that I would typically put into my bath bombs. But it's working out fine. Let's do these because there's some detail on these. They have these tools, okay? So they've got the saw, the hammer, and the wrench, which I've demoed on the channel before. So let's take our bottom plate, stick our shell on, start filling. Now, if you want to give a couple presses around your stress points, fine. Go ahead and do that. All right, let's take our plunger with our designs. Stick it on the top and push. Gentle taps around the outside. Top. Ow, that was my thumb. All right, let's gently remove this plate. Try to go slow so you can get those details. Okay. I'm looking outside right now. There's robins and squirrels all over the yard right now. Pretty cool. Anyways, okay. Fingers underneath, thumbs on top. Let's push up on that plunger. Grab your cardboard. Place it on top, turn it over, and gently and slowly lift straight up with your plunger. Go slow so we can get those designs. All right, so I felt it grab a little bit over here by the handle. So we do have a little bit of an oopsie right here. Sometimes you can fix it, sometimes you can't. It doesn't look like I'm going to be able to, so that's okay. We're just going to blow that off and tap down what we can to try to make it look okay. But there's your wrench, which has got a little bit more detail. And this is from Chunkadust. Let's see, we've got enough to do another little small one. I don't think either one of these tools is going to do it though. They're too big. So hold please. Well, we can either do a Christmas light bulb, or we can just do the regular round sphere mold, or we can do the geode. Let's do the geode. Yeah, let's do that. Okay. I don't even know if that's going to be enough for the geode. Anyways, okay. So the geode also has a protrusion. Okay. And then it's got the bottom cup. Take your cup, stick it on the bottom. A lot of people will do that if, you know, it's your preference, you guys. If you want to put the plate on the bottom and the cup on the top, it's your preference. Let's just do it that way because that's probably how most people are going to do it. All right, shake, shake, shake. Cup, turn it over, put it on, push. So far, not having any problems with Chunkadust bath bomb recipe. Maybe it's because the buttermilk, like I said, is sticky. And so maybe that helps to keep the bath bomb mixture together. All right, give some taps around the outside. Taps on the top. Turn it over, taps on the bottom. All right, now remember, this is the part that has the protrusion. This is the part that's going to make that indent for your geode. So you want to be really careful when you're unmolding this so you're not jerking it back and forth and then you destroy that inner little circle there. So very gently. All right, now we're going to push straight up. Grab our cardboard, place it on top, turn it over. Get rid of some of this. Now this one you're going to have to tap a little bit to get that to come off of there. Alrighty then. Let me turn it over into my hand. Alright, so there's your geode. And we're just going to dry it like that. No problem with this recipe whatsoever. Working out great. All right, hang tight, you guys. We're going to move on to inedible soaps.